Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video, as you guys saw by the title, we were doing my top 5 foundations and concealers currently. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't seen the first one of these, I did my top 5 primers and setting sprays. So definitely check that one out. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. I'm not doing the hoops today because I'm running a little bit late. Let's not get into that. Let's not get into the annoyance that I feel in this moment. We're just going to move past it and have fun in filming this video. We did like a cool tone look today. I used the Thumper palette. I know it's not, I don't believe it's available, but it is so freaking gorgeous. Like, it makes cool tones so easy, honestly, and I'm just obsessed. And then my lip color is Miss Kaja, the Gloss Shot in the shade Rosy Mocha. It's a little bit more cool tones, and I think it's just so stunning. I think it's perfecto. So, I think that's everything I have to say. YouTuber, someone commented on my videos a few months ago, and was kind of like, you should do a series where you kind of do like top 3 or top 5 in each category. Of course, I had to do top 5 because I love too many products, but it's been slow in the works, but here we are. I'm so excited. Again, the first part didn't do too well on my channel, so we'll see how this one goes, and then it will kind of go from there. I feel like certain categories are more fun, like top 5 eyeshadow palettes is way more fun than top 5 setting sprays, so we'll see. I'm not wearing any earrings today. That was the other thing. Did I say that already? Because we gotta go, and like I gotta rush, and so when I'm running out of the house, I don't want to keep my earrings on, you know. All right, so let's jump in. Let's go with my top 5 foundations. I feel like I don't even know what order to go in. The most predictable order, probably. You guys know my Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. This is not a cult classic. This is a cult classic in my life for a reason. It is very, very light coverage, but it is just so lightweight. It's breathable. It does not feel like makeup. It doesn't really like look like makeup. It evens out your skin, just makes it look a little bit healthier, a little bit glowier, and covers up not everything, but like, you know, a little bit of stuff here and there. It is just so perfect, and if you're looking for that really true no makeup look, this is it. This is one, like, you know, if you want to run errands, or, you know, you're going to the beach. Obviously summer's ending, so if you want to cry in your room but you want to look good doing it, here's your bestie. This one's lasted me quite a while too. I gotta use it up, honestly, because it's probably getting old here, but it is just one of the best light coverage, lightweight, tinted, like moisturizers, tinted hydrator kind of things. But that's obviously, I forgot to say that too. It's also super, super hydrating. So it's really good for my dry skin gals. 10 out of 10, would recommend. I've loved this and recommended it for a long time. I have the shade 34H Medium Honey. All my shades will be down below, but I'm just going to say it just in case. Another super predictable one I feel like is, I think all of these are predictable. Maybe one is probably negotiable, but the rest of these are predictable. The Uoma by Sharon Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. Wow, flawless in real life. I didn't know what Flawless IRL was. And the new Revolution one is IRL, and it's in real life. Duh. Anyway, Lord, give me peace. Give my followers peace. Give us all peace. So that after this video, we have a great day. We have some peace. We have a joyful day. And your light and your brightness shines through us and to those around us. Amen. All right. Again, this is the Uoma by Sharon Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. I have the shade Honey Honey T2. This is actually a pretty good shade match for me when I'm a little bit lighter. But this foundation is stunning. This one actually has coverage. It's a more medium coverage, but it is so skin-like. I can't believe it for such how high coverage it is. And you can honestly build it up to be a pretty hefty coverage, but I usually wear more medium coverage. It is just so flawless. It is skin-like. It is a little bit more of a, like, I don't want to say glowy. It's not glowy or dewy or super juicy. It's a little bit more hydrating though. Like, it doesn't look dry on my dry skin, I should say. So it's not a drying foundation. It's not heavy. It's not cakey. It does not crease. It just is the perfect medium coverage foundation, and it's only $15. Let me see. Oh, it says infused with dandelion extract specifically formulated for olive skin. So they have like a bunch of different cap tones. So they have like blue, I don't know, yellow, whatever. So this cap tones is for like your undertone. And I know it's hard to figure out your undertone. So for me, I kind of just figured out my shade and then I was like, okay, we're going to go from there. I don't even know if I have olive undertones, but this shade works nice, so it works, you know? Okay, so that's a great way of putting it. With a soft, radiant, natural finish. It's more of this, like, radiant, natural finish. Like, it's not super glowy or super radiant or super, you know, it's anything like that. It's, like, it's a perfect way to say it, honestly, and so I'm not even going to try to say more. I think a lot of skin types will be able to use this foundation as well, depending on the primer you use, setting spray, powder, that kind of stuff. But it is really, really freaking nice. Another one, recently obvious one here, the Sephora Clean Glowing Skin Foundation. Oh my gosh. This is like if these two, if Tarte and Uoma had a baby, it would be the Sephora Clean Glowing Skin, because this one is a nice, more medium coverage. It has a pretty decent amount of coverage to it. Like, it's not as sheer as the Tarte one, but it has a medium coverage, but it's glowy, and so it is that foundation-y, but it's so glowy, so dewy, just so juicy. This is definitely a dry skin girl's dream. Oily skin, I don't think you'd like this at all. I feel like it would break apart on your skin because it is so glowy, but it is the perfect, like, more medium coverage glowy foundation. I like this one a lot. In the summer, I feel like in the fall it'll be nice too, just because it'll combat the dryness in the air. But it is just so beautiful. And what the heck was I gonna say? I have the shade 19 here for you guys who don't know. This color so good for me that I actually use this when I'm picking my other foundations, and it's been working really, really well, like on Sephora normally. But so this one is enriched with matcha tea and vitamin C, which hydrates the skin, leaving a radiant finish and light buildable coverage. Like, again, perfect way to say that. I think this one is more glowy than radiant. Like, I feel like radiant is like a lighter version of glowy, which is more the Uoma beauty. But this one is definitely super, super glowy. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend. This is another one of your recommendations, actually, and I am so thankful that you guys recommended this to me, because this has been my baby for life, and I want to buy more. All right, and then another one, okay, same kind of difference. This is the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I feel like these are all so different, and I freaking love it, actually. So just as far as my, like, you know, in the tube goes, this one is sheer but not super glowy. This one is medium coverage and super glowy. This one is sheer and super glowy. So it's a little different than the Tarte, because the Tarte is definitely not as glowy as this one, but this is the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I'm wearing it today, and I kind of said it like really heftily, because I'm trying to use this up just because I don't really wear the glow in the fall, and then I feel like next summer it'll be a little too old, because I've had this for quite a while, and honestly there's not much left. There's probably just like down to here, so I gotta just bang it out. It is so gorgeous though. It's very light coverage, so it does not cover much of anything, but it's just this beautiful glow. It definitely has more glow like than the new e.l.f. kind of products like those. It's not like an illuminator that you would put under a primer, that you could use as a primer. It's more of a foundation glow, but it is super, super sheer, but it is so freaking glowy. It is like, oh my gosh, like I love it. It just makes your skin you look young and just energetic and alive and beautiful, and I needed some of that today, so I wanted this one. The shade range is I think it's only $10, but it's the shade, I have the shade 210 light to medium. So like light to medium, girl, I'm like, that's a lot of, light to medium is a lot of people. And we're gonna use one foundation, so I think there's only like 4, but I don't know if I would repurchase it after I bought it up, just because I love to try other foundations. But if I was like in a pinch, or like I know like I needed something like super, like I don't know, or if someone was like, what is your recommendation, it would be this one, because it's that good. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10 if you can find your shade, I'd recommend. All right, and then next we have the newest favorite to the collection, the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. I just want to wear this every freaking day as well. This one is, I don't even know like where it kind of falls. Honestly, it's the closest to the Tarte, but they're just the slightest bit different. I feel like this one is super lightweight, but it's not like juicy. I wouldn't describe this one as juicy. I would describe Tarte as juicy. That's so weird. It honestly probably just goes down to the ingredients. Like something that makes your skin a little bit more supple, a little bit more alive, I would say give to the Tarte. This one just looks like it evens out your skin tones. It's a little bit more of does it have a soft matte finish? More of a natural finish, I would say. Does it say? Tell me. I feel like this is a little bit, I I don't even want to, I don't want to say what I want to say because I don't want to knock this product. This product is so freaking good. I just feel like it's for a different crowd of people, I should say. It's a little bit more evening, a little bit more color adjusting almost. Like it evens out your skin tone a little bit more, and that's more this one's goal. It does have SPF, which is a little different as well because none of my other ones have SPF in them. But it is so lightweight and it just looks like your skin. And it melts into the skin really, really nicely. But I feel like this just has maybe a more natural finish than the other ones that I describe, but it is so good. And if I wear something super juicy and super glowy underneath, it works beautifully with it. So I love this product. And $29 is a little bit obscene. Like Rare Beauty, their prices are usually pretty affordable or like reasonable, I should say. This one to me, I'm like $25 would have been perfect just because it's a very cheap packaging. $29 is like a little up there for me. And then of course we have our honorary mention, so number 6. I did this in the last one and I was kind of like, let me just keep the kind of honorary mention train going. These are usually products that I haven't tried for long enough, or like I just want to mention because it's like special in my collection. This one I haven't used for long enough, and I feel like it could replace, I don't even know if it could replace, I don't know, I feel like it's just like the tag along, but like if I had to only keep 5 foundations, I feel like I would keep this one. Just because it's so different. This is the Sheglam Skinfluencer Full Coverage Foundation Balm. Now, I'm not a full coverage kind of gal, so I definitely put less of this product on to wear a little bit more medium coverage. I have the shade Almond, which is a perfect shade for me. I think I forgot to mention my shade in the Rare Beauty, which is 36C. And again, like it's not even on a sticker, it's just written on the bottom like so cheaply, but this is a really good shade match for me. What's cool about this one too is it does say the expiration date, so 10/20/23, which is nice because it does have SPF in it and you don't want to play with SPF. This one also has an expiration date though. This is says 5/14 May 14th 2025. I don't know if that's whatever, but the year 2025 is gonna be the downfall of this. But this is just such a beautiful foundation. Again, I wear more medium coverage. I don't love the full coverage, but I can if I want to. Which is why I feel like if I had to keep 5 foundations, I would keep this one, because then I would have a more full coverage, medium coverage, light coverage, sheer coverage. You know, I'd have all the range. And then one for spice. But this one is so skin-like for as much coverage as it is. I love this foundation, and I love the way they put it, the Skinfluencer foundation, because I said this in a video where I was using it the other day, where it just really is that skin that influencers are wearing nowadays, where it's just very natural, but like your skin but better, almost very perfecting, like covers everything, but it's not super matte anymore, super full coverage. And it looks like skin, I should say, because this one is full coverage. It just looks like skin. And so there are so many foundations that are full coverage that you're like, girl, this one looks like your skin, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is so juicy and so lightweight. Lord. I would 10 out of 10 recommend. It's only like $9, so I would get it. I would freaking get it. Yes, I feel like that's enough said. It still is newer, again, to my collection, so I don't use it. I haven't used it, like, as long as I've been using, definitely not as long as I've been using the Tarte, but most of these are, like, almost gone, honestly. At least these 4 are almost gone. This one's the newest, and I haven't even been using the Sheglam this long, so, it's an honorary mention, okay? Honorary. Alright, and then real quick, let's do concealers. So I had a hard time picking concealers. Honestly, I probably could have done top 3 and moved on with my life. But I did want to mention a couple other ones. So first, of course, you guys know the e.l.f. Hot Flawless Brightening Concealer. I've repurchased this as my second one. I want to get a deeper shade, but this is the shade Medium 30W, which it does work. It does brighten on my under eyes. I just feel like it's a little bit light for me, even one of my lightest. So I'd probably go a shade up, but the shades are a little bit hard. Anyway, this is so freaking beautiful under the eyes. It does have coverage. So I don't know how people will say like this doesn't have coverage. I guess it just depends on like the sponge, the way you apply it, that kind of product, that kind of thing. But this has a nicer, like lighter to medium coverage. It has a pretty decent amount of coverage for it just being a lightweight brightening concealer. Especially, it has a nice coverage for the way that it feels under the eyes. It feels so lightweight, so juicy, so creamy. It is so blendable. It's not even funny. It blends itself. And it's only like $6. so freaking bomb. If you have not tried this, you need this in your life. And of course, like the brightening aspect to it is like very unique, considering like a lot of concealers, obviously concealer is made to brighten, but this one is like, that's its specialty. And so whatever is formulated in it just makes it way better at brightening than just getting like a lighter concealer shade, because sometimes, you know, the undertones and that kind of stuff, that is just beautiful. All right, this one I've been loving. Well, I'll tell. This one I've been loving. I don't know why. This one would have made it my top 3, like, if I picked only 3. This is the Juvias Place. I think it's the Magic Mini Concealer. I have the shade 16. It's a great shade. I'm wearing this today. This is so freaking full coverage, but so beautiful. I honestly only put a dot here and a dot here, like there, and then I put a dot here, like little dots, because this is so full coverage that if you put too much, like, girl, you have, like, blank under eyes. Like, it is so beautiful though, and it's not even like that it's super skin, like it just works with the products underneath it. And so I'm typically wearing something glowy, a little bit juicier, and so that makes this concealer just look juicier and a little bit more lifelike, but it has that coverage, and I think it is so beautiful. And I didn't even set my under eyes right now, and they're looking pretty good. I was honestly looking to see if there was creases, but there's really not, and I didn't even set my under eyes really. I just took a brush and kind of, it's a big fluffy brush like this, and kind of went like that. So I mean, honestly, like this concealer is just all around amazing. And I know I think every brand has been in hot water, so if you're someone who's against this, you know, I don't blame you, but if you're someone who does not care, this is so freaking good. A similar one to that one, though, is definitely the KVD Vegan Beauty, where it is super full coverage. This one is the slightest bit, like, creamier. The Juvia's Place is the slightest bit thicker, but honestly, other than that, they are so similar. Like, they have a ton of coverage, medium coverage, but they blend out like a dream, and they just stay in place all day. They work with the products underneath it, where if you have a more soft matte kind of day, these will obviously pull more soft matte, but if you have more, you know, lifelike, whatever, they're just so versatile. I love these concealers. And again, they're honestly probably like the same product, except a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier. And the doe foots are different, but if you're someone who, again, like, you know, if you don't like KVD and you want to get the Juvia's Place, get the Juvia's Place. If you don't like Juvia's Place, you want the KVD, get the KVD, because they are so good. Oh my gosh, I got 8 minutes. All right. Next is, we'll just go with this one. This is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. Now, this one doesn't really count, but I needed 5, and this one is so good, so I wanted to recommend it. It's just like an under eye, like, kind of, again, it's a corrector. So if you're someone who deals with, like, dark under eyes, I honestly use this a lot for concealers that are just not my shade, and I feel like this brightens up the area so that the concealer works a little bit better and makes the concealer a little bit brighter. That's how I use these, and I honestly probably should put a cute couple of these in my makeup kit, just because I feel like, you know, a lot of people struggle with darkness under their eyes, and this really is a beautiful brightener. I've had it for a long time, so I gotta put some pep in her step. I have the shade 120 Peach though, and it's perfect for my like tanner skin. I just think it's so lightweight. It doesn't change the formula of concealers. It doesn't make them look, it doesn't separate. It doesn't do anything wrong. It's just a perfect like mixing kind of concealer that makes your other concealers look a little bit brighter, your under eyes a little bit brighter. But it's not, it is a more peachy, but it's not like pink or doesn't leave the peach, you know what I'm saying? So it is a really beautiful product, and again, it's super skin-like and just juicy, and I feel like this is a great one, you know, for those concealers that are just not working for you. This will be a great mix-in because it's a really great base. So I love this, and I think they came out with like concealers or something similar to this recently, so I have to check it out because I love this stuff so much. But this one is amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. All right, and then last in the top 5 here is the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light. This is way super new, and so normally it would go in my honorary mentions, but I just have, all of my other concealers are just like not favorites. They're good, but they're not favorites. This one just slowly became a favorite. It is so lightweight, so juicy. It honestly literally reminds me of the Too Faced, I think it's Naturally Radiant Creamy Concealer. Yeah, I think it was the Naturally Radiant Creamy Concealer. This one is just a little bit thicker. It's not as creamy as the other one, but it is so beautiful, and once it hits the under eyes, it is so blendable, so juicy. It doesn't enhance fine lines. It just makes your under eyes look so young and so beautiful. Every time I see a video of this, I'm like, yes, because it is so good. I have the shade Cafe au Lait. I believe that's what the shade is called. I don't think I told you the shades in any of these. Which in e.l.f. I have medium 30W. I did say that one. I did say the Milani. In the KVD I have tan 161. This is way too dark for me. Like, I would go down like really far, honestly, because that's a bad shade for me, but the Juvias Place is a good shade, and I have the shade 16. And then this one is a really great shade for me, too. It is just so beautiful under the eyes, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. I know Too Faced, again, in hot water sometimes, a lot of the time, but honestly, like, just get over it because it is so good. Makeup is supposed to be fun, people. Fun. Speaking of which, I'm getting the Harry Potter collection. It is coming to me. It should be here any day now, but I'm filming a video with it, and I don't care what anyone says. We're doing it. Alright, and then Miss Honorary mentioned this one I've used even less than the Too Faced, and the Too Faced I haven't been using for long. But this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I really do feel like this is full freaking coverage. This is honestly, wow. I feel like this one's more similar to the Juvia's Place in that it's pretty thick. It's not quite as creamy as the KVD, but it does have that like really full coverage where like, oh my gosh, your under eyes are like, whew, are whoosh, whoosh. They're covered. They're protected. They're covered. But this one I feel like is more, yeah, natural finish is a great way to put it. It's not super, super like dewy or glow or anything like that. It is more of a natural finish. Again, definitely have to keep playing with more, but first impression, it is really nice and one that's going to become a staple just because you don't have to think much when you put this on. It's not like, you don't have to think about like, am I putting on too many glowy products, too many matte products, you know? You just kind of put it on and you go with about a day, and that's what I love in a concealer. A lot of these concealers are like that. Some though you have to think about like, you know, is it going to be too glowy, you know, this one is just perfect. I have the shade 25N, which is a pretty good shade match for me as well. So, I would 10 out of 10 recommend this. And this one I think is like $15. Like most of these are super, super affordable. KVD is like $29, I think, something expensive. And then Too Faced I think is like $26. So those are pretty expensive. But if you want to try a higher end full coverage concealer, then definitely try the Sephora Best Skin Ever. It is so good. It really is the best skin ever. So, all right, that is everything, guys. All my shades, again, will be down below. All the products I'm wearing as well will also be down below. I'm sorry about the eyeshadow palette, but I can't stop staring at it, and it looks so good on my shirt, so I'm kind of obsessed. And then this lip gloss is stunning. I just filmed the declutter, so that will be up soon. I had to get rid of some stuff, y'all, and I had to do it. I did end up though recluttering. I'm just gonna show you guys so I don't feel guilty. I did end up recluttering the Too Faced Hangover RX Pillow Balm in the shade Watermelon Kiss from last declutter. It honestly is going a little dry in there, but I did just pick up one of these from the 21 Days of Beauty. I got the Sephora 21 Days Beauty, I should say. So I wanted this one back in my collection too. It's just a little light for me, so I don't wear it a lot, but I like it as like a prep balm, so I wanted to keep that one. But I wanted to tell you so I didn't feel guilty. Alright, that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below your top 5, your number 1, your favorite foundations and concealers, any foundation concealer that you feel like I would really, really like in general. Definitely let me know. And yes, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.